This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAIA Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Tuesday. The Jason Walker Show. We are inside the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. Whatever you need done inside and outside the house, get a hold of Above All Handyman Services. They will do it and do it right the first time, including bathrooms, kitchen remodels, decks, painting, you name it, they'll do it. Above All Handyman Services. Get a 10% off discount on painting up to $250 by mentioning the Jason Walker Show. Coming up today on a show that you can watch live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, and TreasureStateRadio.com. We're going to have our Auto Contest Performance of the Week, and I still don't know who it's going to be because there was some unbelievable efforts over the weekend. Also, we're going to talk with Ryan Ashley, State AA Boys Tennis Champ, and Odessa Zentz, two-time state champ winner this year, also a member of the Helena High girls team that won state, and much more coming up. Your Montana Rodeo Roundup is around the corner as well. So, the opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry with 3 distinct divisions so you can create the log home of your dreams and at your budget. Milled log, handcrafted, and timber frame, and they have over 15 different floor plans under the milled log homes, and it'll craft to last for generations. And you need to get a hold of Montana Custom Log Homes to build yours at yourcustomlog.com. So, what a great weekend. I spent Saturday over in Missoula calling the AA softball championships and the third place game, in which West used 5 home runs to overcome 5 home runs by Capital to beat the Bruins 12-9. What an unbelievable softball game it was, back and forth. And congratulations to the Capital girls for taking third. And then West took on rival Senior in the championship, and Senior gets it done with a 4-2 win. And unbelievable pitching. Brooke Thompson of West was so good in that championship game, but Kennedy Venner of Senior was just that much better. And it was a great softball championship in Missoula, at Fort Missoula, and kudos to Fort Missoula, man. They put on a fantastic softball tournament all weekend long, including through the wind and the rain. State BC softball, Florence Carleton. I mean, what can you say about them? 12 state titles since 1999 and back-to-back, and they've won 4 of the last 5. It's absolutely astonishing what Florence Carleton softball's been able to do as they get the win over MAC again in the championship. Mission Arlie Charlot, St. Ignatius in there, over in Lewistown. And then Frenchtown had to beat Billings Central twice in Hamilton at the State A to get its first title since 2016. So some great softball went down across the state. In tennis, it was, we'll talk to Ryan Ashley from Capital to see what the sophomore has to say about his season. Undefeated. And he got the win over in Fort Missoula as well. Boys teams, CMR and Bozeman shared the team title. Capital takes third. It was funny talking with Mark Beckman, the outgoing executive director of the MHSA, on Saturday at the softball championships about tennis, because they one team got to pose. They handed one team the trophy, and the other team went home with it. They'll send another first place trophy to the other school. But congratulations to those teams for winning. But Ashley getting the win over Bozeman's Philippi. And first name is escaping me at the moment. But on the girls' side, in the AA, Bozeman outpaced CMR 43-20 on points to get the win. And in the semifinal, or in the final, Bozeman's Miss McCarty got the win over Brooke Best of Hellgate in straight sets. 6-love, 6-love. So there's your AA recap. And again, we're going to talk to Ryan Ashley coming up. State A, Billings Central, getting it done. BC, Missoula Loyola repeats as the team and girls singles doubles champs. And congratulations to those winners. Boys Loyola, girls Loyola. And in the singles championship, Evelyn Deschamps of Loyola get with the win over Katie Major Shoto. And the boys, Ignacio Carrion, Great Falls Central, gets past Loyola's Jake Bellema. But those are the winners there. Class A, we mentioned Billings Central, rather, getting the boys title, shared the girls, or got the girls championship and won. So there you go. Boys shared the title with Whitefish. So there you go. Dalton Pileski winning a doubles title, or winning the singles title, I'm sorry, against the other guy. Names are hard. Names are really hard. And in state track, Helena girls getting the title for the first time since 2000. And the Sentinel boys go three-peat on the state A side. Dillon boys, Whitefish girls. And then in state B, Big Timber girls repeat as state champs. And the Jefferson boys repeat as state champs. And we're going to work on getting Sarah Lang on the show, I believe, tomorrow or Thursday. By the way, coming up tomorrow, Caden Sager from East Helena is going to join us. Also Alex Eshelman, that's what she said. So there you go. Congratulations to all of the winners of state. What a great year. And it was just a fun weekend. And I hope you celebrated the weekend in the right way, and the respectful way of Memorial Day weekend, knowing what it's all about. So, but congratulations to all the state champs and the coaches and the parents who put in a lot of hard work as well, but especially those kids. Let's do the Montana Rodeo Roundup. It is brought to you by Mark Laro Photography. Mark will do a lot. He will do senior portraits. He will do wedding photos, engagement photos, family portraits. He takes great landscape photos, rodeo photos. He's unbelievable. Check out Mark Laro at marklarophotography.com today. Let's see here. Where do we want to start? Well, how about we start with Sage Newman, the world standing leader in saddle bronc. Got the win at the Fallon County Extreme Bronx title was that Friday? He got the win. And coming back home, got the 85.5-point ride in the long round. In the short go, he got a 91-point ride on the 2018 Horse of the Year from Birch Rodeo, Lunatic from Hell. Those two have met 3 times, and Sage has ridden him pretty well. Picked up another big check. He's over $120,000 now for the weekend or for the year. Wade Sundell was second. Chase Brooks was in third, tied with Kate Bruno at the Fallon County Extreme Bronx competition. So you take a look at the world standings right now as we open up Montana Rodeo in a couple of weeks in Belt. But this week with PRCA, Northern Rodeo opens up this week with Conrad Whoop-Up Days, Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday. What are the 3rd and the 4th? Friday and Saturday. Jess Pope leads the bareback. Clayton Bigelow, Cole Reiner sitting second and third. Moving down the list for Caleb Bennett in 10th, and he's the only Montanan listed in the top 15 currently. Saddle Bronc, Sage Newman from Melstone, Stetson Wright, Brody Kress, 1, 2, 3. And then Chase Brooks is 11th out of Deer Lodge. And that's your Montanans there. Bull riding, Stetson Wright leads the way. Josh Frost, Sage Kimsey sitting 1, 2, 3. and no Montanans sitting in that top 15 as of yet. Long way to go. We've got all of June, all of July, all of August, and all of September as rodeo kicks into its high gear. Hunter Kior leading the steer wrestling, followed by Tyler Wegaspack and Tristan Martin, and Timmy Sparing of Helena is in 8th, Ty Erickson of Helena 9th, and Jesse Brown, former Bobcat, sitting there in that 15th spot currently. In tie down, or rather team roping, it's Caleb Driggers and Junior Noguera. Clay trying a billing sitting second on the heading side. And now we get to tie down where it's John Douch continuing to lead, Shad Mayfield, Tuff Cooper, Haven Medjid sitting there in the 6th spot as we enter the week. And then barrel racing, Jordan Briggs, Haley Kinsel, Donna K. Rule sitting 1, 2, 3. Lisa Lockhart still in 4th, or 24th, I'm sorry. And finally, let's look at breakaway, shall we? Because it is an official PRCA event now. Aaron Johnson of Colorado sitting 1. Kelsey Domer of Texas. Martha Angelone of Texas in there as well. And as far as Montanans, nobody at the moment sitting in the top 20. So, J.C. Fortier of Billings is in 41st in breakaway at the moment. So, big weekend in Montana. Northern Rodeo starts in Conrad, and it's going to be a great Northern Rodeo season. It's going to be a fantastic Montana PRCA rodeo season, and looking forward to getting it going again, because that's the time of the year that we're in. Let's see here. That's your Montana Rodeo Roundup, brought to you by Mark Laro Photography. Check out marklarophotography.com for all of your fantastic painting needs. Photography needs. He took that photo behind, right there in front of us. And that was in Ennis a couple of years ago at the NRA Rodeo. And does unbelievable work. We've used him. He's fun. All right. I think that's it for the opening. Are we calling it? So we have the walk-off at the end of the show. Do we do the walk and talk at the beginning, or the walkabout, or the walk-on to get us started from now on? What do you think? Let me know. At JWalkerSports on the Twitter. You can Facebook us, email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com, and our phone number is 406-209-1267. Opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Family-owned, veteran-owned, woman-owned, and operated. And they are family. They've accepted us into their family. They're part of our family. Over 50 years' experience and the finest craftsmen available in the state of Montana to build you a home crafted to last for generations. Check them out. Montana Custom Log Homes at yourcustomlog.com. Lots of nominees for Auto Concept Performance of the Week, including some national champs. Sydnee Littlelight of Rocky winning the 1500 in the NAIA. Carol's Lee Walburn taking the decathlon. Becca Richtman at Tech was great. You got all the state championship individual and team winners. I still don't know, honestly, at this moment, who our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week is going to be, because there's so many great ones this weekend. That's when you get to state championships and national championships. And you've got Bobcats headed off to Eugene, Oregon for the NCAA finals. A couple of, Drake Schneider, I think Elena Carter is in there. Not Elena, Lucy Corbett, and others, man. And Duncan Hamilton headed off to nationals too. So, I mean, we had an unbelievable weekend in sports across Montana and those that compete for Montana schools. So much fun. So much fun. So Auto Concepts Performance of the Week is on the way. But when we return, we're going to talk with Odessa Zentz, member of the Helena High Girls State track team, track and field. She will join us before she heads off to Northern Arizona for the college career, and she's fantastic. I want to know, is she going to run in the Gov Cup, which is partially organized by her dad and coach, Jesse Zentz? And also, how do you get ready to train to go from where we at like 4,000, 4,400 feet up to almost 8,000 feet in Flagstaff? And lots. And where did her name come from? I want to know. We'll find out with Odessa when we talk to her. Ryan Ashley from Capital Tennis, going to join us as well a little bit later on. Jason Walker Show on a busy Tuesday. Coming right back with Odessa Zentz of Helena High next. Hang on. All right, man.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark Laro Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklarophotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklarophotography.com. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back on a Tuesday. Jason Walker Show inside the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. Oh, Ryan Ashley from Capital Tennis coming up. Your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. You got to add Levi Taylor into your nominees from Montana State, along with Drake Schneider, Duncan Hamilton, and Lucy Corbett, who are heading off to the NCAA championships in Eugene. So, there you go. Did I mention Ryan Ashley, Capital Tennis, is going to join us coming up? But over the weekend, something 22 years in the making, as the Helena High girls track team won the state AA track meet. And here to talk about that and much more is one of the unquestioned leaders of that track and field team, senior Odessa Zentz, and she joins us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. This is the Jason Walker Show.
All right, ma'am. You came through with 2 out of 3 state titles. You got the team title, though, and I know that's what means the most. The first time in 22. You weren't even born when Helena High won its last state championship in girls track. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. Honestly, I'm still on cloud 9 about it. We haven't even been able to go on the fire truck yet because we're going to do a fire truck ride tomorrow with the team, so that'll be really fun. So I still feel like we're kind of celebrating because it's such a big moment. And yeah, it is weird that it happened that long ago. And I just knew, like, if we did it, it would be one of the coolest things ever. And I just think that, like, it'll bring, like, more attention to track and field, like, for our school. And I think that'll be really important. So yeah, I'm super happy about it.
When you look back at all the greats at Helena High, really just over the last 2 decades, they couldn't get over the top. The boys have, but the girls hadn't in 22 years. What's that say about the resiliency of this team?
Well, like the resilience of what did you say?
Of your guys' team.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like there was my class of athletes, we have a lot of, like, talent. And I've heard that from, like, other people saying, like, wow, you guys have, like, a lot of talented girls. And also we have, like, a really young team. So it's really exciting knowing that, like, when we leave, that legacy is going to continue, especially with the Todorovic girls, because those girls are just amazing. Logan already has, like, 7 all-state medals in, like, 1 year, which is insane. And same with her sister. And I don't know, I just feel like something about our team that is unique is that we all really love the sport. And I think that has a lot to do with the success that we had this year, because we always were having fun no matter how bad the weather was this year. I feel like we never got a really nice meet, probably like once or twice. But despite that, we still had fun every meet.
We're talking with Odessa Zentz, the winner of the 400, the 800 back-to-back years, and part of a successful state championship team for the Helena High girls. You guys kind of ran away with the thing. When did you know that you had clinched it?
It was before the 4x4, because one of the last events that Logan did was the triple jump, which was near the end of the day, and she, like, did really good. And so I remember kind of being scared, like, hopefully it doesn't come down to, like, the 4x4, like, whoever wins the 4x4, like, is going to win the meet, because I didn't know how close it was going to be. But we found out, like, right before the 4x4, so we were like, holy crap. Like, it didn't really feel real until, like, we ended the race, because we still had, like, one of the most, like, horrific races. The 4x4 after a state meet is, like, the most tiring thing ever.
Right.
But Rachel Plaster came over to me, and she was like, yeah, I was talking to your dad, and I think we got it in the bag. There's no way that they can catch us. And when we found out, I, like, turned to Logan, and we got, like, super excited. We started, like, squealing. And just, yeah, it was a really cool moment, like, knowing that we could just have fun in the 4x4 and not worry about having to win it, because West ran away with that event. That was crazy. They did amazing.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's when I found out.
Talking with Odessa Zentz here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. You bring up the Logan Todorovic, and she wins the 100 hurdles and then wins the long jump as well. And correct me if I'm wrong there. Yeah, the 100 hurdles. That's two different. I mean, that's track and field. She's like the all-around athlete of the team.
Yeah, that's one thing I really admire about her and her sister, is that they are, like, I mean, they're 3-sport athletes on top of that. So they jump, they hurdle, they sprint, but they also do basketball and soccer, which is amazing. And those girls, I mean, that's, like, pure athleticism. And so I always said, like, if I could try one event that I don't do currently, it would probably be the hurdles, the 300 hurdles.
Ooh.
But they just, like, I don't know how they keep it together, knowing that they had to do 7 events this weekend, which, I don't know, that's just, like, insane. I mean, I had hard events myself, just not as many. But, yeah, that's just, I really admire that about them. They're very talented.
How cool is it to win a state title with good friend Kylie Hartnett? Because you guys did a lot on the track, whether or in the on the golf links, but whether it was cross country or track and field. But what's it like? Because you guys grew up together running, and you get that state championship together.
I was talking about this with my dad and how, like, for me and Kylie, I feel like it was really special just because losing our sophomore year, we kept training, even though we kind of knew there probably wasn't going to be anything that ever turned up or anything that got, like, not canceled. So I guess, like, the last 2 years, this year especially, just felt really special to do that with her because we finally, like, got back something that we lost, it almost feels like. And I don't know. Yeah, it just feels like I kind of we started our journey in high school together because in track our freshman year, we both had really good success as freshmen. So it was kind of like, oh, like, we have a chance to be, like, studs in high school. And I just feel like we've done that together.
Yep. No, that's a great way. That's why I brought her up and asked about her because, I mean, it's her or you, whether it's cross country or track, it's the two of you together, and it's just awesome to see. You brought up your dad, Jesse, a couple of times, but winning with him as coach, how special is that?
Yeah, it feels really cool to, like, share that moment with him. And yeah, I just, like, I didn't, like, start crying until I actually hugged him. Like, he was the one who kind of brought the emotion out. And he usually is the one that brings the emotion out of me because I went over to him and I hugged him and I just started crying immediately because I don't know. It's just like he has been coaching me since I don't even know how old. Sixth grade was when I started competing.
Probably still in the womb.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It feels like forever. But yeah, it was really cool to, like, because I know he's so passionate about the sport itself and this team. Like, I'm the only one who really sees the background of all the work he does for our team. So, like, being able to see him enjoy that moment with us was really special, knowing that he wanted it for us just as much as we wanted it.
Helena High State track champ Odessa Zentz joining us here, Jason Walker Show. I do have to know, after all these years, 4 years now of talking with you and covering you, where does Odessa come from? You weren't, like, born in Texas. So
no.
Where do we get the name Odessa?
That's funny because I actually do get that a lot, that people ask if I was from Texas, but I actually wasn't. But my dad used to be a sports writer, and I think he covered a girl with the name Odessa, and I'm pretty sure she was a track athlete. So it's actually kind of funny that that's where he got the name, was covering a girl, like, a long time ago. I don't know how long ago, obviously a long time ago, but yeah, that's kind of where it came from, which is funny.
I like that, though. I mean, because it does, it's different and it's great. And you guys are just a different family, which, running families typically are anyway. And I like to make fun of you guys because I don't like to run. I get shin splints and it's not fun for me. But you guys love to run as a family, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And we're talking with Odessa Zentz here. Okay, so we know you're going off to college, Utah, right? Or Utah State?
Northern Arizona.
You're going to NAU. Which one's going to Utah State?
Kylie's going to University of Utah.
Utah, okay. And then the other one is going to Missoula.
Yes.
Who was it? I can't remember.
Oh, Carly Ryan.
Carly Ryan, yeah, that's right. I talked to all three of you guys back in cross country. So
Yeah.
After you had committed. But you get to take a championship, a state championship, to a team that just won the Big Sky Championship. How cool is that? That
is really cool. I am constantly watching how NAU is doing down there, and it's so exciting knowing that, like, I'll be able to join something like that and maybe, like, have another moment like I did this weekend with another team who looks like they enjoy the sport just as much as I do. So being able to share a passion with a new group of people will be really cool. And, like, yeah, I don't know, like, that facility and, like, team, I'm just so excited to be a part of something like that. They are amazing, and they're, like, constantly growing, and the women's program is growing constantly despite, like, having the boys in the spotlight all the time, because their men's program is insane right now and country. They won like 4 of the 5 past national NCAA meets. So, but despite that, the head coach is constantly talking about the women and how he's so committed to making them better too.
So you've got a few days left of school here, and then graduation's coming up. Finals are done; they're in the books, right? Or do you have them this week? Okay, they're done.
Yeah, this week is super easy. We're just presenting our final projects that are done. So all the hard part is done.
So this is basically like just a little training run this week. You're just out for fun now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. These days are feeling really long though.
Okay. Which senior class was in charge of the H on the mountain? Was that Capital or Helena High?
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure.
Okay. And then I do have to ask you about one of the Capital guys, Tom Carter, because he had such a great year. He won state. How cool is that to see? I know it's your crosstown rival, but to see the success that he's having too, because I mean, Elaine is killing in the Big Sky at MSU.
Yeah. Yeah. I've known Tom for a while and his family, and I love his family, and his dad is always talking to me at the meets. He's so supportive of me all the time. And yeah, it was really cool to see another Helena kid get a state title, especially like a crosstown rival. And I remember watching that race, and like, it was really cool to see him like win it. Cause like I talked to him after the 100, he wasn't too happy about that result. So it was really cool to see him come back and like crush that 200, and he ran a really fast time. So it was really cool to see that.
We talk a lot about those on the track, but your field team had to compete and do well for you guys to win the state championship. How proud of you are of those events and those girls?
Yeah, that was really cool. I thought like another unique thing about our team is that we had a girl in every single event, at least one of them go to state, like in every single like of the 17 events that there are, which I thought is super cool. And then we had Sydnee like absolutely crush it in the disc and the shot, and that was so cool. And then Kim came out of nowhere, like first year track, and threw the jabs amazingly. Yeah, it's just like, it's so cool. And we had so many like high jumpers this year. It was just so cool. Yeah. I just feel like we have like such a well-rounded team. Like we're not just strong in like the running, like there's strength in other places too.
Oh, absolutely. Odessa Zentz, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. You going to run in the Gov Cup in a week and a half?
Actually, yeah, I actually just joined a marathon relay team with like 3 boys. They just asked me to do it with them, and I was like, sure, why not?
All right. So in the relay, how many miles do you have to run?
So they told me that I'll run about 7 miles, and I'm the anchor leg, which actually is kind of cool. It'll be cool to end it.
Sure.
But yeah, hopefully I'm not getting myself into something I'm not ready for.
Well, so
I kind of just like, oh, sure.
Well, there's 26.2 miles. You have to run 7. That's like a fourth of the race, just more than a fourth. Somebody else those 3 are splitting up, 19 miles? They're not running as much as you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're ripping me off or something.
Oh, well, they just know you're a state champ and you're really good at closing.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe. That might be it.
All right. So how are you going to spend your summer before you head down to Flagstaff?
So I think I am really excited for the summer. This week is actually super busy with grad parties. And I'm throwing my grad party on the day of graduation, which is this Saturday. And all my family come out, and so I get to see everyone in one place, which will be really fun. And since I'm going to be a lumberjack next year, we're trying to figure out how to do axe throwing at my grad party.
Nice.
Which will be really cool if we can figure out how to do that. And then I have a bunch of trips planned. I have a trip to Spokane to go to Silverwood with a bunch of friends. And then the mid-July, I have a big family reunion in Seattle with, it's by my mom's side of the family, which is absolutely ginormous. It's insane. And then my family is going to the World Championships in Eugene, Oregon, which I'm so excited to see that. Because last summer we went to Eugene to watch the Olympic trials, which was just the U.S. So now we'll be able to see, athletes from all over the country, which will be so cool. And that new facility in Eugene is absolutely insane. that track is like the dream. And yeah, I think I'm moving to Flagstaff around the 20th of August. And that's kind of what I have planned for my summer. And then just staying here, maybe boating at the lakes and stuff. That sounds about right.
How much extra training do you have to do? Because you do go from about 4,400 feet to, 8,000 feet in Flagstaff. So that's going to be a little bit different, but you're used to running all over. But how do you train and get ready for that change in atmosphere?
I honestly don't know. I know that my coach told me that he's going to send me a training plan for the summer. And I mean, I'm assuming they know what they're doing to help like kids adjust to that. Because I'm sure it's harder for some kids who are coming from like sea level. Like I know a teammate who's signed with me from California, Colin Ballman. He's insane. He just ran at the pre-classic with like a bunch of pros and he's in high school. But he's coming from California, so that's going to be a big adjustment for him.
Yep.
But for me, I'm only going up about like 3,000-4,000 feet. So I actually talked to the athletes down there and they said that it does take time to adjust to like less oxygen, but it just kind of comes to you once you start training down there.
I do have to ask you this before I let you go. Do you get to eat anything you want, or do you have a regimented diet?
That's so funny because I actually got a comment about that today during we had like a potluck in one of my classes today, and one of the football players was like, are you just gonna now pig out that you're done running? I'm like, I do that every day. Like I definitely do not restrict at all. I try to eat like as healthy as possible, just like get all like the food groups, but I definitely don't like think about it very much, to be honest.
Well,
I say that, but honestly, I'll just eat whatever I see. Yeah.
You have good metabolism and you just run anyway. You run it off. So
right.
Really
right. I just burn it off anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Hey, it's been a pleasure for 4 years to cover you. And I've known about you since 7th and 8th grade years coming up because your dad always like, hey, watch out for this group of girls. And man, it's awesome. I know the boys won state a few years ago, and now the girls have a state championship. Enjoy it with the family. Enjoy it with the teammates. And tell your dad hi and congratulations down, and good luck down in Flagstaff.
Thank you, and I'll tell my dad that. I appreciate you having me on here.
That is Odessa Zentz joining us here, Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. That's where all of our guests appear via the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle, it's your home, it's your auto, it's your life. Mike understands that. Get a hold of Mike Miller State Farm in Helena today. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk with another state champ from Capitol High, tennis, AA state boys singles champ. Ryan Ashley is going to join us next. This segment brought to you by Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Ruckers Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Ruckers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark Laro Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklarophotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklarophotography.com.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back to The Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show and the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. Final segment on a Tuesday, and it is brought to you by Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino and the Copper Club Casino. Make sure you stop in to either one. And the hottest machines in town. Gaming, you can play poker, you can play Keno, you got the slots. Check them out. Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino and also Copper Club Casino. Auto Contest Performance of the Week coming up, the walk-off, and much more. But we continue our chat with state champions, and he is a sophomore at Capitol High, soon to be a junior. His name is Ryan Ashley, and he is your boys' AA tennis champion. When I say that, Ryan, what's it sound like?
Sounds like you're talking to someone who knows how to play tennis.
That's it. That's the best interview I've ever had. That's the best answer. Yeah. Undefeated season. How do you accomplish something like that? Because it's a grind. You're battling weather. You're battling other opponents. You're battling yourself. And to only lose a couple of sets all year, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, thank you. You really got to make sure you know what you're doing strategy-wise, because if something changes or you're playing someone you've never played before that plays differently, you got to be able to adjust for that and overcome those issues.
How much of a factor did Ryan Swenson have in your progression from last year to this year?
He had a big factor just in shot selection, consistency, and strategy, and how to win.
We're talking with Ryan Ashley, state AA tennis boys champion from Capitol High. And you went up against Blake Philippi from Bozeman. You guys had seen each other before over the last couple of years, I'm sure. But what is it about his game that, I mean, you lost the first set and then lost the first game of the third and final set, but you rebound. What type of game does that senior for the Hawks have?
He plays a game that's called being a pusher. It's where you don't really go for winning the point. You just try to not lose the point. So you just kind of hit it back and get things back. And it's really difficult to play because if they're fast like Blake is, it's hard to put the point away and finish it. When you watch the tennis pros and you have a player like that and someone who wants to go for the win early in a rally, it's two different styles, really, and it's fun to watch, but how frustrating is it when it's a guy that's just returning everything you throw at him? It's really different because you don't normally see that very much, because most people just want to get done with the point and finish it, but he wants to stay in the point and do whatever he can not to lose it.
So is he more of a baseline player?
Yeah,
okay.
He'll stay at the baseline, rarely come to the net unless he needs to.
How much of a serve and volley do you do?
Against pushers, I like to serve and volley 60% of the points at least, because what it's doing is it's taking time away from them. Because if you're at the net, you take time away from them, and you can put it away a little easier.
Did you lose the championship a year ago? Is that right?
No, I lost. I lost in the semifinals.
Okay.
And then I lost in the 3 and 4 match.
Okay. How much did that push you coming into this season?
I knew I could definitely do better than that. So it pushed me to work harder in practices and learn more about the game.
We're talking with Capital Tennis State champ Ryan Ashley here on the Jason Walker Show, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. Over there in Missoula, you had a little bit of wind to deal with, but it died down in that third set. How much of an advantage was that for you?
It gave me a lot because I could be more precise with my shots and play a little more risky because I knew that the wind wasn't going to blow the ball very much.
When you're watching a tennis match on TV and they talk about the wind, I mean, obviously they're playing in bigger stadiums aside from the smaller ones, but when you're watching a match, can you tell how much the wind is blowing? And when you're playing, how much can you tell it?
You can't really tell on TV unless it's really bad because it'll blow away from them and they'll be stretched out a little more. And when you're playing, you can tell if the ball's really affecting the wind, if you're shanking a lot of shots, like hitting off the rim of the racket, or if it's blowing away from you or into you, so you have to, it's kind of awkward.
So describe your game to the average tennis fan that watches some matches on TV or maybe goes and watches, but describe your game.
So what I like to do, I like to start off with a decently strong serve, for a pretty strong serve for first serve, and then place it better on my second serve. And I like to wait for opportunities to come and then take advantage of those opportunities.
If there's a pro that you could describe your game as, who would we be watching?
I'm not really sure. I don't watch a lot of pro tennis,
okay.
But
okay. So who did you like? Who do you cheer for?
I used to really like Andy Murray.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't play very much anymore because he got a double hip replacement.
Yeah. Well, he's old, and tennis is a young man's sport like yours. Tell me about your season, because Undefeated, going throughout the season, Ryan, I mean, it's mentally tough, I'm sure. But take me through your season and how strong it was for you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? I didn't. Phone cut
out. Just take me through your season, because you finished undefeated, but the mental aspect of staying undefeated. But what was your season like for you as you kept progressing, winning match after match after match?
At first, it started like, oh, I'm winning some matches. That's good to start off with. Then it got a little more stressful towards the end because you kind of want to keep it going. So it was just trying to deal with that stress and thinking about it as some of these matches, like the only matches that really matter during the season are divisionals and state. So if you're not in those, you don't really need to win those, but it takes a little bit of the stress away from that.
You guys took third on the boys' side as a team behind CMR and Bozeman, but what's that say about the strength of the Bruins?
Because we only had 2 people go to state, so it shows that even with the lack of people there, we can still do really well at state.
Well, and you did, and it's kind of a young team too. So the work starts right away to get back there next spring, right?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of players on the team that could definitely improve a bunch. They already did this year, but a lot more next year, and some of them could probably even make state.
How do you improve your game?
Mostly repetition, getting hits in, because the more repetition you get, the more consistent you can be and the less mistakes you'll make. And then you can also focus on what you want to do during the point and new things you can try.
I like that. Ryan Ashley, Capital Tennis State AA boys champ, joining us here, Jason Walker Show. All right, pre-match routine. Take me through it. What music are we listening to? What are we saying to ourselves before we get into the courts?
Don't really listen to music. I'll usually talk to my coach about some stuff. He'll pep me up a little bit, and then drinking lots of water and usually eating a little bit of food before that. And mentally, probably just thinking you're gonna go out there, do what you can, and even if you do your best and lose, you're just a better player.
Well, you didn't lose much this year, especially in games or sets. I think how many did you only lose 2 sets all year?
Yep, I lost 2. One to I forgot his name. Will Johnson for Helena High.
Okay.
And then one to Blake Felipe.
So, and that came at the state tournament.
Yep.
Craziness. So how much practice will you do in the summer? And obviously we know how the weather is from November to May here in Montana. So how much practice do you get in between now and start of next year?
During the summer, probably 4 times a week, 2 hours a day. And then for like actually hitting practices and just practicing serving, probably once a week.
Okay.
It's 200 serves.
Do you play any other sports there, Capital?
No, I used to play volleyball a while back, but I don't anymore.
I wish volleyball was a boys' sport in high school. I played in 9th grade when I was in Salt Lake. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I wish we could too. That'd be really fun.
So how do you plan on enjoying the summer?
Try just playing tennis and some of the time going out just playing with some friends.
Okay, explain to me what the difference is. I know what the big differences are, but the difference between pickleball and tennis ball or tennis.
In pickleball, you have a paddle instead of a racket, so the ball doesn't bounce as much off of the racket, and it's a wiffle ball, so it doesn't bounce as much anyways.
Okay.
The court is smaller, and so the ball, even though it doesn't bounce as much, it still comes a little faster. And there's a thing called the kitchen at the front of the net, where if you're in the kitchen, you can't take the ball out of the air. You have to let it bounce first.
Oh, okay. Is it fun, pickleball?
I played it once or twice. It's pretty fun.
Okay. All right, you're just a sophomore. You got another week left of school. Are you ready? Are finals done for you?
No, finals are next week.
Next week for you.
So studying for that.
Okay. What's your GPA?
I think it's right now. I think it's like a 3.8 or 4.0.
Okay, so that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Let's see here. What other fun questions can we come up with for Ryan Ashley? Capital Tennis State champ. All right. How much fun do you guys have with Coach Swenson during practices? Because he seems like he can be a fun guy.
Oh yeah, he's super fun. He'll come up with these fun games we can do during practice, or like some doubles drills, and they'll work on stuff, but they'll also be a lot of fun.
Okay.
And then he's just a fun person to be around as well.
Have you had to babysit for him yet?
No, not yet.
Is that something you would do?
Probably not.
You're not a diaper changer, I guess.
Nope.
Okay. Ryan Ashley joining us. Before I let you go, what movies are we into this summer? What are you going to be checking out in the theaters?
Maybe I'll see the Top Gun movie. It's the only one I really know of.
Okay. Have you seen the original?
I have seen the original, yeah.
Okay. Because I've heard the second one. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard it's great.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Okay. Well, you were kind of busy this weekend when it came out, so
yeah, a little bit.
Since you won state, do you get a fire truck ride by yourself, or do you have to go with the Helena High tennis or track team?
I'm not sure I get a fire truck ride at all. I haven't heard anything about it, but maybe I do.
Well, that doesn't seem fair. They only do it for teams and not individuals.
I'm not sure.
You're a state champ, Ryan. I mean, can't you get on the phone with your coach, make some things happen here?
Yeah, maybe I should protest it. See what happens.
I think you should. You deserve to get on the fire truck.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, congratulations on winning state, my man. We're looking forward to going back to back, and you can't go back to back to back unless you go back to back. And you've got another year of practice before next year begins. Congrats on a great season, and thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
That is Ryan Ashley joining us, Capitol High state tennis champion. What a great year he had. Seriously, he lost 2 sets all year. I mean, we hear about it in the majors, like, Rafael Nadal hasn't lost a set. He lost 2 sets all season and finished undefeated. That's awesome. And a good kid. So all these high school kids are good, though, right? Congratulations to him. All right, let's do our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. And like I said, we had so many great ones. We mentioned, all the state champs, individual and teams. You had Sydnee Little Light at Rocky, the 1500 champ in the NAIA Nationals. Lee Walburn of Carroll, the decathlon champ. But we're going to go with someone who helped lead her team in the first year at the NAIAs to an 8th place finish. She scored 26 points by herself at the NAIAs and was named the most valuable track athlete of the NAIA national meet. It is Becca Richtman of Tech. She's a 3-time national champ, added a 4th because she won the 10,000 meter run on Thursday, 15 seconds ahead of her second place finisher. She also was the runner-up in the 5,000 meter and the 3,000 meter steeplechase, and was All-America. Finished her career with 8 All-American honors, and we mentioned she was also the most valuable track athlete at outdoors. She was also the most valuable track athlete at indoors this year. So congratulations to Becca Richtman, this week's Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Let's see. This is the Jason Walker Show. Hey, Sydnee, how are you?
Hi. I'm sorry that it took me so long to call you. I started a new job today.
So no worries. Hey, you're live on the air right now. I appreciate you joining us.
My gosh.
Yeah, so don't cuss.
Okay, I won't.
I was just saying, Becca Richtman won our Performance of the Week. She had a great career down there at Montana Tech and was the most valuable track athlete.
Definitely.
But congratulations to you, because you won the 1500 and you had an unbelievable season. Take me through your season and the championships.
Yeah. First of all, Becca is amazing. I'm super proud of her and proud that she's in my conference. So that's awesome.
Yeah, you get to compete against her.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. So this season I was doing a lot of speed. I ran the 800 and the 400 more than I ever have before. And I ran a lot of 15s. And I think the only one that I didn't win was semifinals. And we were just cruising in that one. So I wasn't too worried about that. But yeah, super amazing. It's my first win, so I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, no doubt. You had an unbelievable year, like I said. I don't know if there's been a year in track at Rocky like you had, and maybe there has been, but you got a lot of attention this year, and well deserved.
Thank you. I think I'm the first national championship in our. I don't know what to call that, in track and field.
In outdoors?
Yeah. Yeah, just in track and field ever.
Oh, well, that's even better.
Yeah.
What was it like running through the heat down there?
It would be daunting, but I did a lot of heat training, and so I was better equipped to handle it than I had expected.
Well, it does get hot down there in Hardin and in Billings, so you have had a little bit of practice. A school record, a PR, 4:25.90, just in front of the second place runner from British Columbia. She was about a half a second behind. Take me through that last couple hundred meters, because it was close.
Yeah. So actually, going into the last lap, I knew I had it. I just knew I had it from then on. And I went around the corner, and I didn't actually, till after the race, I didn't actually know how close she was to me. But I was just having fun that last 100 meters. And if she had come up to my shoulder, I would have reacted and been okay, I think, honestly. Okay. But when I saw the video, I was like, oh my gosh, way closer than I thought she was. But, I mean, still won, so I was still happy about that. But I closed in the fastest last lap I've ever closed in.
Wow.
64.
That's impressive, Sydnee. As we talked to Sydnee Littlelight from Rocky Mountain College, what made you choose Rocky?
What?
What made you choose Rocky?
Oh, Rocky. Okay. Well, my parents are alumni, first of all.
Okay.
So that was something that was important to me. And it was close to home, which is also good for me. And I still have freedom, but having my family close by has been really helpful, and they're really supportive of my career.
We're talking with Sydnee Littlelight on the Jason Walker Show. I got a couple of final questions for you. I know you've run the MMIW, and I've become a big advocate for missing and murdered Indigenous women across the state of Montana. How important is it you to run for them and to get the word out?
Yeah, no, that is one of my biggest goals, and I ran with some lines on my face. I didn't make a big deal out of it or say too much about it, but usually you wear it with your regalia, and it's like a symbolism of family and your family, and that's something that has really struck me with MMIW, is that I have a lot of female families, and that they're super important to me, and I would do everything in my power to find them if something happened. And so I just wanted to symbolize my family was with me during the race, and that's another part of MMIW that's important to me. And so it was super awesome to have a win with all of that.
Yeah, definitely. It's just, it means a lot. And like I said, I'm an advocate trying to get the word out, and I talked to Cola Bad Bear on the show a couple weeks ago about it. So,
Awesome.
so thank you for helping to get that word out as well. All right. So what's next for you? How will you spend the summer?
Yeah, I've got a couple cool races planned up. Also, I just wanted to say thank you in return. But I got a lot of cool races planned up. I have Ultimate Warrior in a couple of weeks down on the reservation during Native Days. And then Montana Mile and a few other things planned up. So it'll be a great summer full of racing.
When you get to go back to the reservation, will you wear the medal? Or you got a medal, right? Or just the
yeah,
plaque?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Because you're a celebrity
it's pretty big,
there. They are.
It's pretty large.
No, I was looking at it. It's not exactly a small thing. So,
pretty heavy.
But how much have you heard from home, and how much have you heard from friends this week?
Yeah, I got a lot of support online after the fact, so I felt super happy with everybody's response to it and thankful.
Sure, definitely. As we talked to Sydnee Littlelight, you do cross country too, right?
Yes, sir, I do. I'm super excited for this year.
Yeah, you guys should be. It's a pretty. You're going to have a pretty good season, I think. I'm showing the medal right now, and you're right. That is not exactly a small thing. How heavy is it?
Pretty heavy. I got 7 now because it's 7-time All-American. So
right.
They're weighing on one of my shelves right now.
Nice. Well, don't tell anybody where they're at. We want to keep those.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to let you run, but I appreciate the time and the phone call, Sydnee. I look forward to chatting with you more in the fall and then again next spring when you go back to back.
Heck yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Sydnee. That is Sydnee Littlelight joining us here. Jason Walker Show on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. A surprise call. I love it. And, yeah, that's awesome. Appreciate her reaching out. So there you go. So we did, let's see. Oh, we got On This Day in History now, right? Is that what's next? Yep, On This Day in History. It is May the 31st. It is National Macaroon Day. It is Save Your Hearing Day. And it's tough in this industry. You know you're getting older and your hearing's dissipating when you have to turn your headphones up more and more every year. It's also National Smile Day and Speak in Complete Sentences Day. On this date in 1859, Philadelphia A's organized to play town ball, became baseball 20 years later, 1879, Madison Square Garden opened up in New York, named after the fourth president, James Madison. 1914, Chicago White Sox, Joe Benz with a no-hitter. 1919, Indianapolis 500, Howdy Wilcox with his riding. They used to have riding mechanics in the Indy 500 that would ride with the guys going around the track. Driver Arthur Thurman died in a crash on lap 45, and then on lap 96, driver Louis Lecoq and riding mechanic Robert Bendini wrecked in turn 2, and they both burned to death. That sounds fun. 1937, at the Indy 500, Wilbur Shaw and his riding mechanic Jigger Johnson would win the race by 2.1 seconds. It was the closest finish at the time. Johnson was the last to win with a riding mechanic. 1975, Fred Newman made 12,874 baskets in a one-day exhibition. Happy birthdays today. Clint Eastwood, born on this date, 1930. The Clint Eastwood. 1957, the Olympic gold medal hockey goaltender for the U.S., Jim Craig, born. 1965, Brooke Shields was born on this date. 1983, Jack Dempsey passed away, the great world heavyweight champion boxer from 1919 to 1926. He was 86. And also on this date, in 1884, John Harvey Kellogg would patented flaked cereal. Yeah. Which is still good. My daughter's not a fan of Frosted Flakes, though, yet. I don't understand why. I'm trying. But she doesn't like it. All right. Segment brought to you by our good friends over at Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino. Stop in, play the games, have some fun, have a couple of drinks, be responsible with your gambling and your drinking. But stop into Bowser's. You got the 20 gaming machines in there, and they are hot, and they're ready for you to go in and play. And Bowser's is a great supporter of many great things, including the Jason Walker Show.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off is presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for lunch or dinner and even grab some breakfast. Beignets, fantastic. So my daughter doesn't like Frosted Flakes, but she likes the powdered sugar from the beignets at Cafe Zydeco because she gets to make a big mess. It's awesome. And they have the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And I say that every day, but it's true. And I don't need to go to New Orleans to figure that out. Cafe Zydeco is definitely the best. Big thanks today for all of our participants joining the show. Sydnee Little Light, Rocky National Champ. Ryan Ashley, Capital State Tennis Champ. Odessa Zentz, Helena High State Track Champion 2 times this year. Individual, also a team title for Helena High for the first time in 22 years. Tomorrow's going to be just as fun. Set to join us, East Helena tennis player Caden Sager. Also, not tennis, track star. Wow. And good basketball player. Also going to join us, Alex Eshelman, and our best wishes go out to East Helena football coach, or basketball coach, Ty Ridgway, who had MRSA. So he's getting better, feeling better, but been out of the hospital now for a few days. We wish him the best. We'll do it again tomorrow, Jason Walker Show. Make sure you go to jasonwalkershow.com if you missed anything or want to re-watch or rehear anything. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to you. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow on The Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of The Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.